Okay, what is up? I'm back again with another video I filmed yesterday at Locals. This one is actually right before Locals. I'm playing against my buddy who you guys saw on the round 1 feature. He went up against Chaos Dragons. He was playing Agents. He is playing Agents again in this video, I'm pretty sure, and I was playing BAM. So I was unsure about what deck I was going to play in this Locals. I really wanted to play BAM, but I ended up lending this deck to a friend. And I was going to play Gadgets, but then I realized I needed the gear frames from this deck, so I ended up playing something else. You guys will see when I upload my round 2. That'll probably be the next video after this. But yeah, this is the pre-Locals round. You can see my buddy's dualitying, and he's discussing what to grab, and he's complaining that all of these cards are weaker now that I see them, and I'm like, well, that's how duality works. But yeah, I'm just like, honestly, Treacherous is not weaker at this point. Like, it's fine. And yeah, he does grab the Treacherous, crazy card, destroy 2 monsters, like, come on. And then he goes and summons Thunder King, sets 2, and this sucks. I have that gear frame in my hand I wish I could bring down, but I can't. I have the it looks like double max, Reckless, Reborn. So I have basically 0 playable cards. With him setting 2, I'm pretty sure I'm scared to set Lone Reckless and have it get spaced, so I'm pretty sure I set Reborn Reckless. Oh, do I not even set anything? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about setting Reborn Reckless, but looks like I didn't that turn. And, oh, you know what? Because he doesn't know what I'm playing, so I'm hoping that me full passing is going to make him scared of Gores, but it doesn't quite have the same threat in this format that it does in others. Like, Gores doesn't come down as often in this format, and he probably knows that I don't even have Chaos Dragons. I had Chaos Dragons, but I actually gave the deck away to somebody else that wanted to play it. Yeah, so he actually does play around Gores. He pokes in with Shine Ball Venus, and then does an attack with the Thunder King. He has Treacherous, so he doesn't actually have to play around Gores, but this lets him hold the Treacherous if he wants. It's just a little bit of a conservative play, and now I set 3 after I set 0 last turn, so I don't know what he thinks about this, but this is definitely a sign of weakness to me. I've already shown I don't have the Gores, or maybe he successfully played around it, but setting 3 is probably saying I don't have Gores. I couldn't clear the Thunder King, I couldn't clear the Venus. I know he has Tretch down, and he probably has Lance if I had to guess, since he didn't end phase space. I'm going to go Max C again, so now I've pitched 2 Max Cs, so he should have a good idea of what he's playing against, but I don't know if he actually knows or not. Like, I don't know what deck has 2 Max Cs. Like, the only deck that has Max C as part of its engine is BAM. I guess I could, I don't know. I'm like a vocal Max C hater in this format, but I have a bias because I really enjoy playing windups, and no one else enjoys me playing windups. They all bring in the side hate, but I'm just asking him about the life that this is going to put me at. He's nice enough to have the calculator up so you guys can see it. Not that I was going to edit this video to include it anyways. So yeah, this is not quite lethal. I do make a questionable decision here. I wish I could see one more draw by not playing my Recklesses now, because this is my last chance to drop a Trag if I draw into it, so I get 4 draws. If I held them and played them on my turn, I would get 5. Also, never do that, what I did just now. Activate Reckless, let it resolve, and then activate the other Reckless. Do not chain them. Technically, Trapstun will go crazy right there. My buddy's actually a huge fan of playing Trapstun, but I know he's not playing it in this Agent deck, but just don't do what I did right there. There's just nothing to gain by chaining them together. It's never the right play. Anyways, I get to a trade-in with a cannon, pitch the cannon. It looks like I drew into Book, Card Trooper. The rest of my hand is like Gear Frame, I have some plays, but I have a pretty good idea that he has a Lance down, and he has Treacherous, so I don't think that there's a way through this. If I had a Dark Hole, I could like Dark Hole, and then he'd Lance his Christia, and then I could chain Book. It's funny I have the Book in here, because I know that there was a discussion in the BAM channel about whether or not Book was good. People like Book, people like Chalice. I like both of them, so I'm pretty sure they're both in this deck. I think Book is crazy, especially in a deck like this where you like some defensive options, but you don't like setting cards. So Book is a defensive option that you could set if you chose to, but it can be played from the hand as well. I just think Book is awesome. Book is such a good card in this format, but it's not really played very much. Book actually can get me through this Christia, but he just has too much. He's had this Thunder King up all game. He has a Treacherous that we know about, and he has a Christia up. Like, I need his back row to do nothing. I know one of them is Treacherous, so I don't even know how I'm getting through that to begin with without a Lance. I don't know how I'm clearing his Christia. So I just start with a Book on the Christia, and he does have the Lance, and that's game. I have no way to normal summon a 2,000 attacker to clear this Christia through Treacherous. Yeah, he had... Yeah, being able to tribute summon Christia is crazy, honestly. There's no summon restrictions on Christia. So I play a lot of Fairies and Edison, so I'm not going to complain, but that was well played by him. Looks like he opens Double Shine Ball, shows the camera. No sympathy for me. I don't care. You deserve it. You get to summon that thing from your deck. Okay, so looks like I have Grand Soil, Trade-In, I draw into Chalice, Messenger. So I set it in the Messenger, it looks like, to slow the game down. Also, just seeing how it does, because I was hoping that he would side out all of his Spell Trap Destruction, and then the Messenger would be completely on my terms. That was my idea. So I go Gear Frame, search Cannon, pitch Cannon, because I think I don't have another machine in my hand to pitch, so I just want to resolve this trade-in. Because if I had searched a Gear Frame, it wouldn't be doing anything. This Cannon with the trade-in gets me 2 new cards. Drawn to Dark Hole, card D. So I have card, Dark Hole, Messenger, Reckless, Chalice. Yep, so it looks like I just want to slow the game down. He does Blind Space, hits my Reckless. This is not a bad play from him, but I actually set the Reckless to check if he had any Spell Trap Destruction, because I wanted my Messenger to be safer. I wasn't sure if he was going to have it in or not, but I'm okay chaining the Reckless there. It's not a winning exchange for me by any means, but it burns his MST and we go even. But I get to see more cards, potentially draw more, find more draw spells, things like that. So I'm completely fine with the exchange. I really wanted to burn his space because I wanted to make sure that my Messenger of Peace was going to get value in case he did have Spell Trap Destruction in, so I was happy to test for that. And yeah, it's probably not great value out of his space, honestly. So he added the System Down, which is crazy card. I used to hate it back in the day because I used to play a lot of Pure Karakuri, and I was like, why? Like, they have Cyber Dragon, why do we have this too? This is crazy. So he's just going to play the System Down. I really don't agree with this decision. I don't know why he did that. He banishes my Gear Frame from the field, and my Cannon from the grave. So he takes away 1 card from my grave and then 1 more that would have gone there. But he already had a Thunder King to swing over this this Gear Frame. So yeah, I don't understand that one. Oh, we're discussing, he didn't know that the was not a machine. I think that must be why he played the System Down. But yeah, if was not a Beast Warrior, then this deck would only have 1 Beast Warrior, and then nothing would be able to summon because Grand Soil is the only other Beast Warrior. But I have Thunder King's Best Friend, the Card Trooper, to crash into it. He already knew what I was doing. Looks like I draw into the side decked Cyber Dragon. I was siding this to deal with that Thunder King. You saw game 1 how much of a problem it was, so Cyber Dragon's just a quick answer to Thunder King. I still have the card in my hand. He normal summons his Shine Ball, pokes in for 5. Thinks about setting something and then decides against it, so I wonder what that could be. Probably like a quick play spell like a Lance or an Econ or something like that. Probably a Lance. I feel like Econ is a side out of his. He's on the Tech Econ, and every time I watch replays of his, he's been featured on this channel a lot. This is a good buddy of mine. The Econ is crazy. The Econ always does really well for him. It's very, very cool card, and it's similar to Book of Moon, where it's like insanely flexible, so you can just use it in like a lot of situations where you wouldn't even expect to. Like I posted that video. I don't know when this one will go up, but the most recent video before this one I posted was him versus Chaos Dragons, and we were talking about all the different plays he could have done with that Econ had he held it. Like he could have chained the Econ to a Veiler and then taken tributed his Sorks, resolved his Sork off the field, and then taken a Light Pulsar from his opponent, overlaid 6, or Synchroed 8, like done crazy shit. Anyways, he summons his second Shine Ball, goes into Gotchi the long way. I have a card set. I don't like setting cards in this deck, and it doesn't look like it was a Reckless, so it must be a Chalice. I'm giving it a think. I think I have Reborn in my hand. I think I have a Fortress, an a Cyber Dragon. And he's very low on resources because he went hard into the Gotchi, so that used 2 cards from his hand. Normally the Gotchi uses 0 cards because they just summon the Venus. Oh, you can see I have... with this deck box, I have those cards that are not actually in the deck, just in case I want to switch to it. You saw they were like Naturia Beast, Naturia Barkion, Reinforced Truth. That was an idea that I think ProStorm had posted about that I wanted to try. It seems very cool to me to convert with your gear frame. It's also a little bit of defense too, because people have to try to get through the Poshul, like the same way that people struggle with Spirit Reaper. It might be cool. I think that like I haven't seen very much variation in these builds of BAM, and I feel like there is room to tweak stuff. Like we've seen Spore enter with this deck several times, and he's actually been asking for some BAM gameplay on the channel, so shout out to him. This is for you, Spore. But yeah, so I clear my own messenger, one of my least favorite things to do in life. I never like clearing my own messenger. I like making my opponent do it, but I decide I'm going to put some pressure on while he's like very low on cards. And I decide, oh, that was a little fake out. I decide I'm going to swing with the Thunder King first, Chalice it. Oh, we got a reader. He's asking what it does. I think he might be thinking like, oh, does it lower my defense? But no, it's boosts your attack and negates your effect. It's such a cool card. It's a really fast answer to Zen mains, and it does all kinds of other cool stuff. Okay, so he's going to set a second back row. We do not know what that is. We're not scared of anything, though. Could have Treacherous, but, like, show it to me. You know what I mean? I think he has Lance. I had a read earlier that he had Lance because he thought about setting a card and then didn't. You can get a lot of information from people, like, by playing across from them. I really prefer playing in person versus online. I really don't like playing online compared to playing in person, because you lose a lot of this stuff. He just grabs his Thunder King and backs it up. So that's game 2. Looks like he just bricked, didn't get started, and I just was way up on cards on him. This BAM deck can suddenly just be way up on cards a lot, because they have so many raw +1s. Like, card is like just a hard +1. Gear Frames is a hard +1. And then the Recklesses chained together they're not pluses, actually, technically, but whatever. It has pluses. So he opens with the standard, you know, his favorite play. Goes Venus, double Shine Ball. I think I'm complaining about playing 3 Max Cs and a Veiler and having none of them. You already know. So I wonder what he's going to do with these Shine Balls. My hand is Chalice. Oh, he special summoned a Shine Ball from hand. You love to see it. And he had the Birdman. So he opened Venus Birdman, which is the big combo. I think in the other format, in Tengu, I think that this is Trish, but I can't remember. Damn, I'm talking a lot with my hands. We're talking about a Firewater tournament that we joined. But yeah, so he's going to go into Gotchi Stardust. This is a 2900 Stardust, so kind of broken. I have Reckless, Chalice, Cannon, Card, and another Card, and I might have one more card. I draw into Grand Soil, Gores. So yeah, I have Chalice, Reckless, Gores, Grand Soil, Card, Cannon. I think that's what it is. Yeah, because I should have 7 because I went +1 with the Card. So he summons the Tour Guide. I Chalice this. The reason I do this is because I want my Gores to come down. So I definitely didn't need to set that chalice because this is not my favorite way to use chalice. I would prefer to use it to like turn off the... For example, I would like to have turned off the Stardust and then Darkhold him. That would have been sick. But I set the chalice because, and maybe this is just me being a baby because this is not the first time we've seen me do this match. I'm just scared of setting stuff and it getting MST'd on the end phase, so I just wanted to protect my Reckless because I really wanted to resolve my Reckless. Also, setting multiple cards makes my opponent less scared of Gores, I assume. He put two monsters that are the same attack next to each other, which makes the scores even better because nothing will hit over the token. But he hits me with the classic instant orange light as soon as I show the Gores, he orange lights me just to hurt my feelings a little bit. I actually don't really understand that orange light, to be honest with you, because that's going to give him 0 cards. And the Leviathan could have gotten bigger than my token, and the Stardust and Leviathan are already bigger than the Gores. So that Gores and the token were actually not really threatening to him. So I don't agree with that orange light. I think he should have held his cards for something that's a little bit more threatening than a Gores and a token that are not even the biggest cards on the field. I guess the Gores could have hit... No, he would have killed the Gores in battle phase. So the token could have hit over the Gotchi, but then the Leviathan can detach and kill the token, and then the Stardust is there still. He loses 1 material on the Gotchi. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I don't agree with that play, but that's fine. I mean, I guess I could have... Oh, I have the Dark Hole, so I could have crashed with the Stardust with my token, and then Dark Hold him, and then I kill the Leviathan. I don't know. I honestly would have held the orange light there, but whatever. So I dropped the This is so funny because so many decks have a hard time with this card because it's just so big. But every deck has access to Maystroke in this format, so every deck can out it with Maystroke. But like for instance, I've played against this deck a lot on windups. If you've used your Maystroke, then now your out is like Adrius, and Zenmains. Like you can start running out of outs to this It's just weirdly annoying. It doesn't apply a ton of pressure because it doesn't do battle damage. But then again, that's where the Chalice becomes cool. And it can do battle damage. But yeah, so my hand is Maxi, Dark Hole, Cannon, and Grand Soil, I believe. Card Car. Cannon, Dark Hole, Card Car, Maxi, Grand Soil. Yep. And he's top decking. So I cleared his Stardust last turn. He is saying, oh, I'm just short of being able to hit this with the Leviathan. Because if he detaches with the Leviathan, it becomes 3,400. He draws and passes. I kill the Leviathan. Now he's just a Gotchi and 1 card in hand. He draws. And he just has the Gotchi. And now I'm not even scared of like a Christia coming down because it wouldn't even be biggest on board. So here I'm weighing my options. I'm considering just summoning the card car, but I don't want to take any turns off because I don't want to give him more and more draw phases where this Gotchi is holding it down for him. So instead of summoning the card car, I go into the gear frame, and I'm going to start trying to apply some pressure. I'm pretty sure I special summon this Fortress to try to get this Gotchi off the field. I'm loading up his graveyard with fairies, so Christia can never come down. So we can see he has 4 fairies right now. I don't want him to have 4 fairies and Christia, so I'm going to take off both materials. Unfortunately, this gear frame can't get through. I'm going to hide the gear frame underneath the Fortress. This somewhat plays around Dark Hole, somewhat plays around Cyber Dragon because I don't want the Cyber Dragon to come down at 3,000 attack. But we saw that he was siding System Down, so I can get cooked kind of by a System Down, but he still has to deal with this So he really needs to draw into a Hyperion. I don't think we've seen any yet this game. He also can draw into like a Sork or a BLS, and it would be pretty good, but Hyperion would be really good. And it looks like he did just draw into Soldier Boy. You hate to see it. The villain of Tengu format. But he can't clear. He can't clear everything. He can either banish my Fortress or banish my Oh, I think I start being an asshole and being annoying to him. Like, he's talking through his options with the BLS, and I just keep going, but I'm usually not this much of an asshole during. This is just a friendly game before the tournament, so I'm usually not quite this horrible. But yeah, he's weighing his options. Looks like he sets his hand and banishes the fortress. This is an Edison classic, and he thinks he can attack with the BLS. Psych, he cannot. So I draw into another cannon, and I have 2 Earths engrave. My other stuff is banished. My fortress is banished now, so I can't revive it with the cannon. I have double cannon, maxi, grand soil, and dark hole. So I have lethal right now, and if you guys want to try to find it, you should pause the video and try to find it. But I have gear frame, card engrave, cannon, grand soil, maxi, dark hole, I believe is my hand. So if you guys want to try to find lethal, pause the video, try to find it. This is kind of like, I like doing those like dual puzzles. I think it's kind of a fun thing to do. So just try to find the lethal line if you can. I'm going to special summon the cannon from hand with its own effect. It becomes, I think, like 500 attack or 800 attack. I can't remember. I don't read that card very much. Aggressively thumb through my extra deck, overlay into the only extra deck card that this deck summons, which is Hieratic Sundragon. Now, Hieratic Sundragon does not target, I'm pretty sure, so I tell him I'm activating the effect. I do not tribute for cost. I do not target. So I tell him he can activate stuff now or not. I'm pretty sure it destroys on resolution, so he can chain to the effect or not. I'm pretty sure. That puts my 4th Earth engrave, and I'm, the wheel is turning in my mind. I'm trying to figure out what I can do. He has 3 monsters I want to get rid of and a back row. I don't necessarily believe him about this back row and this monster, because I think he was setting to get around the fortress, because I don't want to get punished by a set Sangan, but I just don't believe it. So I just tribute itself because I want the material under it to go to the graveyard. And I pop his back row, dark hole him, drop my Grand Soil. He tells me he's at 6,000, so it's not quite game, because Grand Soil plus the BLS is 58, and then I normal summon my Maxi and kill him. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was a BAM match. I know people have been asking for this, so I'll probably have more matches of BAM that I can upload because I've recorded a couple of others. But as always, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to get that up for you. And thanks for watching the video.